Hi, I'm Sheen. Some people know me as the Energetic Vanguard. The exploration I'm sharing with you today lives in the space beyond interference, where a signal replaces static, where rhythm restores clarity, and where your authentic frequency becomes your compass. I'm not here to teach you from a pedestal. I've walked this path too for years, clearing mimic coded structures, collapsing energetic distortions, and assisting others reconnect with the regenerative intelligence they already carry. This is not about healing. This is about liberation. Together, we'll move through interference patterns, reconnect with the regenerative blueprint of your authentic body, and dismantle the mimic coded architecture that's tried to overwrite your natural design. You are not here to remember who you were. You are here to restore who you are now and live from that. How this activation was created, it was a spark that ignited the field. This session didn't begin as a plan. It began as a pulse, a moment of curiosity sent into the field, a question that carried the rhythm of something deeper wishing to reveal itself. I'd posted in Dr. Jack Cruz's forum, which is a space shaped by a mind that blends quantum biology with cellular precision. Dr. Cruz is a neurosurgeon and theoretical quantum biologist, and he has long explored the edges of bioelectricity and mitochondrial intelligence. His response blew me away. But here's the question I posed that began this grand adventure. Since the pineal gland has been proven to have piezoelectric capacities via its non-centrosomatic crystals, non-centrosymmetric crystals. Does this mean that the pineal gland can also act like a crystal radio that sends and receives signals? If so, is this one of the ways that the MK Ultra program or any other mind control program can send specific instructions to people to perform in a manner that the programmer desires? Yes, that's the way my brain works. His response hit me like a voltage surge. He said, every cell with mitochondria is piezoelectric. The pineal gland is not special in this regard. Mitochondria turn piezoelectric via asymmetric ATPase, cardiolipin, and cristae stress from H plus, and light sparks charge, spins amplify it, and water shields it. Quantum battery gets a piezo boost fast, fierce, alive. Proof can be found from nanosensors on IMM, which act to catch the volts. Everything is energy and information, and that is all there is to it. Match the frequency to the reality you choose, and you can't help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is biophysics. This ain't woo. It's Fermat's bending light, Delgadis, coherent domains, structuring water, prions, dissipative flow. Cells don't choose. They resonate. Match the input, which is sun and earth, to the output, energy and order, and reality follows. This is how consciousness is born as well. Mitochondria, piezo, quantum, alive. Thrive on it. Philosophy ponders, physics proves. Frequencies the lever, realities the load. Energy and info rule. Match the frequency, light, fields, get the reality, life, health. Mitochondria catch it, water holds it, biophysics dictates. No other way. Decohere and Your Dust by Dr. Jack Cruz. That moment rearranged the field. It confirmed what I had already sensed through direct exploration, that regeneration moves through rhythm, not thought. Dr. Cruz's response made it unmistakably clear. Every cell with mitochondria acts as a quantum sensor, both transmitting and receiving signal. These cells don't wait for instruction. They respond to coherent input, sunlight, Earth's magnetism, structured water, breath pressure. This happens system-wide in your brain, skin, gut, and heart. Mitochondria don't process story. They calibrate rhythm. When the signal is clean, regeneration initiates, not as a goal, but as the body's original function. This frequency truth is what built this session. We're here to clear mimic coded architecture, restore the bioelectric field, and recalibrate your mitochondrial rhythm to receive your signal. Clean, empowered, untraceable. This is activation, not a theory. A question sparked it. A biophysical truth confirmed it. A full body knowing declared. We were never meant to carry interference. So today, we become invisible to it. Please keep your cameras and microphone off during the field activation. This allows the field to stabilize and rhythm and presence free from external signal loops or energetic reflection. Your attention rests only with your authentic body, your breath, and your sensation. You will receive the full session notes after we close. There is no task of tracking, only rhythm to feel, signal to receive, and regeneration to remember. If it resonates, step outside, sit or lie on the earth. Let your skin meet stone, soil, or sand. Invite the sky to reflect through your eyes, open or softly closed. Let authentic sunlight touch your field. Toward the close of the session, a space will open for questions or shares. Until then, your field can just soften, descend, and repattern through coherence. So let your rhythm rise. Let your authentic body lead. The field is open. Your rhythm is listening. Let's begin. This session isn't about energy work. It's about restoration through rhythm. We're targeting mimic coded structures that block your regenerative current using field tools that activate your original design. Regeneration lives inside you. As interference dissolves, your authentic body begins again, not as repair, but as rhythm restored. Dr. Jack Kruse's insight into the power of frequency changed everything for me. And the moment I received that response from him, I felt the entire architecture of this session crystallize. Dr. Kruse's reflection makes it unmistakably clear. Frequency is the key. Your mitochondria respond to input, sunlight, water, Earth's magnetism, through resonance, not through thought or belief. They don't choose, they match signal. And when the signal is pure, the field regenerates. This is not metaphor, it's biophysics. This is the field we're engaging today. Your field, rhythm, and signal are naturally tuned to harmonize with the living frequencies of authentic Earth, authentic Sun, and the quantum field. When this tuning reactivates, your system moves into regenerative rhythm. Clarity strengthens, vitality flows, expression becomes effortless and true. The distortion begins when that resonance is disrupted. When mimic-coded interference overlays your signal, the regenerative current dims. Dissonance appears, static creeps in. Today's session clears that static. We're restoring your connection to the natural energetic flow that supports your true essence, activating your bioelectric field and returning your total body and total being to their original regenerative rhythm. In the session we're doing today, we're tapping into a deeper reality, the quantum field. It's not just a mystical idea, it's a scientifically proven concept. Everything around us, including us, is made of energy and information. Dr. Jack Kruse's work helps us completely understand this fundamental truth. The quantum field, which is the energetic backdrop of all existence, holds the potential and blueprint for everything. Now, here's where it connects to your personal transformation. The quantum field operates through frequencies. Our bodies are bioelectric systems, constantly responding to those frequencies. When we clear interference, distortions, and perceived negative energies, we're realigning ourselves with the natural frequencies of the quantum field. Your cells contain mitochondria. tiny bioelectric generators that convert sunlight, water, and grounding into energy. They are your regeneration initiators, responding through charge, rhythm, and coherent input. The authentic body receives rhythm through sunlight, water, and Earth's charges. These frequencies guide regeneration at every level: mitochondrial, cellular, and field based. As your system responds to these coherent inputs, your signal restores itself through presence. The quantum field supplies the potential for change. It is the source from which we draw our energy and information. This isn't abstract or woo woo, remember? It's biophysics. It's how our cells, bodies, and entire beings respond to the energy and information we align with. As we clear distortions in our fields and realign with natural rhythms, we begin to restructure our energy to match a more authentic, healthy frequency. This shift allows us to create a new reality, one where we experience clarity, vitality, and self authority. Today, we're engaging directly with this quantum field. We'll be aligning with its natural rhythms, recalibrating our personal frequency, and stepping into the energy that supports true health and authentic expression. Again, this isn't theory, it's the science of how we shift our reality. Everything in this gathering moves from the truth that frequency shapes reality. The quantum field, which pulses beneath all creation, holds infinite potential through energy and information. Your authentic body, living field, and total being are attuned to this current. And when your frequency harmonizes with it, clarity sharpens, vitality strengthens, and true expression flows. As we move forward in this session, our primary directive is to equip you with all the tools necessary to disconnect from any systems of interference that may have influenced you. You're here to reclaim your true energy, align with your authentic self, and step beyond the reach of any distortions or manipulations. The tools we'll provide today are designed to make you invisible, undetectable to any force, system, or influence that operates outside of your authentic frequency. These tools will empower you to disconnect from the artificial frequencies and external interference that seek to control, distort, and diminish your natural state. These tools are energetic scanning, breath descent, clearing commands, restoration phrases, activation of the regenerative current through authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being. Easy water as a cellular integration enhancer, and structured daily practices to sustain your authentic rhythm. We're going to be invisible to interference and to clear the energetic imprints left by external systems. This includes matrix level interference structures. Interference attempts to manipulate us by disrupting our natural connection to the quantum field and the rhythms of the earth, which are essential for our well-being and alignment. And here's how it works. The quantum field is the source of all energy and information, offering the pure potential for life and health. However, interference, whether it's from external systems, synthetic technologies, or distorted thought patterns, attempts to sever or distort our connection to this field. When our connection is disrupted, we lose alignment with the natural frequencies that govern our bodies, minds, and our beings. This disconnection creates static or distortion in our energetic fields. Imagine trying to tune into a specific radio station, but there's interference or static in the signal. We can't hear the music clearly, and the natural rhythm of the song is muddled. Similarly, when we're out of alignment with the quantum field, we start to experience dissonance in our lives, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Next, we're going to rock and roll into the role of mimic-coded interference. Mimic-coded interference specifically aims to embed false frequencies within our fields. These are frequencies that override our authentic rhythms and replace them with distorted patterns. This can be from anything from false memory implants to distorted societal norms, fear-based beliefs, or false conditioning around what it means to be human. These mimic frequencies are not aligned with the quantum field's true rhythm. They are designed to keep us out of sync, making it difficult for us to access our full potential. Mimic frequencies often come from sources outside ourselves, external control structures, technology, or societal constructs, and they subtly invade our fields, hijacking our natural flow. When these frequencies enter, they can show up in multiple ways: emotional overrides, such as guilt, shame, or fear, mind control, addictions, and patterns of self sabotage. Sound familiar to anyone out there? When we're disconnected from the field and operating under mimic coded frequencies, we begin to lose energy. Our mitochondria, which thrive on natural light and energy from the sun, are no longer receiving the right input to generate optimal power. Instead, they're subjected to distorted signals, which drain our energy reserves. This is why people often feel tired, disconnected, or emotionally drained when they are out of alignment. They are operating on energy that is not their own, which leads to physical exhaustion and mental fog. Interference often comes in the form of external energies such as artificial electromagnetic fields, also known as EMFs, chemical exposures, or even subliminal media that subtly program us to resonate with false frequencies. These artificial influences create a feedback loop in which we're programmed to stay disconnected from our true power. Non-native EMFs, for instance, disrupt the natural bioelectric fields that govern our body's communication systems. This prevents proper signal exchange between the body and the quantum field, which is huge. And it can result in chronic stress, health issues, and lack of clarity. Similarly, social systems that push false narratives about our worth, purpose, or identity add layers of mimic coded programming that reinforce disconnection and confusion. The process of clearing interference is about reestablishing our direct connection to the quantum field and the natural frequencies that support us. When we clear the distortions, we can start to recalibrate our energy and resonate more clearly with the truth of our being. By clearing mimic coded patterns, we remove the static and reactivate the natural flow of energy. This alignment restores the natural coherence in our fields, allowing us to function at our highest potential. As we synchronize with the quantum field, we access its infinite potentials, which support life, vitality, clarity, and authenticity. The key to navigating interference is awareness. Understanding that distortion is not inherent to us, but rather imposed from external sources, allows us to take empowered action to clear the interference and reconnect with our true essence. Once we understand that interference operates by disconnecting us from the quantum field and embedding false frequencies into our energy systems, we can make conscious choices to realign and restore the pure flow of energy that is ours naturally. These are not affirmations. Affirmations speak about change. These phrases create through signal. You're not requesting a shift, you're transmitting a frequency. Each command restores rhythm. Each phrase anchors field coherence. This is directive speech. It speaks through your mitochondria, your breath, your presence. You're not hoping something will happen. You are happening. Today, you'll speak field activations, clearing commands, and restoration phases. Each one moves through rhythm, pulse, and presence. There is nothing to imagine, nothing to direct. Your field already carries the frequency of truth. These phrases reconnect your rhythm to its natural pattern. You're not shaping change. You are the signal that restores it. This is regeneration through coherence. Let the rhythm speak. Let the field remember. Let your signal lead. There are many known vectors of interference on the planet today. These aren't just irritations or imbalances. They are deliberate disruptions structured to override your rhythm, fragment your regenerative signal, and loop your choices into systems you never agreed to. Interference shows up in form, frequency, and feeling. Sometimes it pulses as confusion, sometimes as fatigue, sometimes as an emotion that doesn't even belong to you. This isn't about fighting back. This is about restoring coherence. Each clearing command here collapses a specific structure. Each phrase reactivates your rhythm. You're not removing something, you're returning to signal, and signal itself clears. You're not imagining the intensity. Interference systems on Earth are structured technology, signal specific, engineered to fragment your field, dim your regenerative capacity, and distort your clarity. This is not a metaphor. This is architecture. These are interference tools actively pulsing across the planet right now. Each one carries a unique frequency and a precise rhythm of release. This guide reflects interference systems currently revealing themselves in this field. As your rhythm deepens, new overlays may emerge, not as return, but as recognition. Each one responds to presence. Each one clears through signal. First one, artificial blue light, especially from LEDs, screens, and smart tech, sends a fractured signal. It hijacks your mitochondria's rhythm. It distorts your body's timing, dims cellular clarity, and disrupts the pulse that guides repair. As Dr. Jack Kruse has shown, this is more than a flicker on the surface. This signal reprograms the way your cells track time. It affects everything from energy to immunity, clarity to coherence. Your mitochondria are the timekeepers of your cells. When they begin responding to artificial light as their guide, the entire regenerative system drifts from rhythm. This doesn't mean your body is failing. It means it's sinking to distortion, and distortion can be released. However, interference, whether through mind control programs, false societal contracts, false societal constructs, or non-native EMFs, can distort this connection, causing disconnection, confusion, and misalignment. These external influences are not naturally aligned with your authentic frequency, and they block your natural flow of energy. These interferences don't float aimlessly. They operate within an organized architecture, a mimic coded matrix designed to replicate distortion across your field. These matrices are generated by layered systems of consent, loops of thought, emotion, belief, and behavior that have been hijacked over time. Each false agreement forms a node. Enough nodes form a web. That web becomes the matrix. Most of it isn't conscious. It's inherited, absorbed, or enforced. But the moment you recognize it, you revoke it. And that's what we're doing here today. At the completion of this session, you will have the tools to clear the interference that keeps you disconnected from your true self. By identifying and releasing the false frequencies that have been projected into your field, you can realign with your true, authentic energy, the energy that is directly connected to the quantum field and its natural rhythms. Frequency recalibration is stable through rhythm when you engage with it from a place of deep awareness and determination. This exploration is not about temporary fixes. It's about reclaiming your authentic energy, aligning with your true essence, and learning how to stay aligned forever. The exploration today is about empowerment. You are not reacting to interference. You are actively choosing to clear it and return to your true frequency. By consistently using the tools and practices we cover, you will build resilience and self-authority to protect you from the subtle interjections of external influences. Permanent alignment with your authentic power. Every time you encounter interference, whether it's a thought, emotion, or external influence, you now have the tools to shift back into alignment. This change is stable through your rhythm, and the more you practice it, the more you strengthen your ability to stay aligned with your true essence. Dr. Kruse's quote reminds us that frequency is the lever that changes and shapes our reality. By matching your frequency to the reality you choose, you can't help but create that reality. That's why everything we do today is effective. It's based on biophysics, energy, and information. You are clearing interference and re-engaging your true frequency to create the life that you choose. The artificial electromagnetic fields generated by technology, called non-native EMFs, are external sources that distort your natural rhythm. Thought forms and emotional attachments are the foreign thoughts and emotions implanted into your energy field through societal programming, media influence, and collective fear-based narratives. False memory implants are the hidden and subconscious beliefs that were inserted to your mind and energy field, preventing you from fully accessing your truth. As we clear these distortions, you'll detach from any systems that rely on your energy signature to track or influence you. This process allows you to disconnect from the web of interference that keeps you tethered to external control. So once we activate your invisible shield, you will have cleared the interference and you can activate a protective energetic shield that makes your energy undetectable to these systems. This shield works by aligning your frequencies with your authentic essence, harmonizing you with Earth's natural rhythms and the quantum field. When you're aligned with your authentic frequency, you emit a signal that is unique to you and can't be replicated or tracked by external forces. The shield doesn't block you from interacting with the world, but it renders you invisible to anything that seeks to influence, control, or manipulate you. It is a field of true energy, ensuring that you remain invisible to systems that are designed to disempower or distract you from your life's mission. Your authentic frequency is a part of the quantum field, a field of infinite potential, clarity, and power. By aligning with this field, you create a space where interference systems can no longer hold influence over you. The clearer your resonance with the field, the more impervious you become to any attempts to pull you off course. This alignment means that you are operating from your authentic vibrational state, one that doesn't leave room for false narratives, imposed limitations, or energetic intrusions. When you choose to live from this space, you naturally vibrate beyond the reach of systems that aim to control or destroy human potential. You can now speak the following either inwardly or aloud. Just take a nice deep breath. I now release all blue light distortion and photoreceptor confusion. My field responds only to coherent solar rhythm. I regenerate through the spectrum of the authentic sun. My rhythm is solar. My cells are restored. Now breathe as if the rhythm of your mitochondria is being tuned back to clarity, back to truth, back to rhythm. Now that the field has released the blue light distortion, we install something new, something your system has always remembered. This is your photonic field integrity filter. It recalibrates how your body receives light. From this moment forward, only rhythmic, nourishing frequencies enter into your field. So repeat after me, either inwardly or aloud. I now install the photonic field integrity filter. My entire field receives light only through the intelligence of solar rhythm. All incoming frequencies, visual, atmospheric, or digital, are now scanned through my original signal, only nourishing spectrum timed in harmony with the authentic sun enters my system. Synthetic blue frequencies fragment outside my field and dissolve back into neutral code. I receive clarity, rhythm, and nourishment from all true light sources. Now let's anchor that now through direct rhythm you can feel. Now repeat the following either inwardly or aloud. I receive only true rhythm. My body remembers light as clarity. Now take a moment to scan your authentic body and notice what's different. Maybe you can feel a soft tingling across your face or arms. Is your breathing deeper and easier? Maybe your skin's more aware. How does the light in the room feel now compared to earlier? What feels clearer in your perception? Let your body confirm what just shifted. Your rhythm is now restoring. Now let's move forward into non-native EMFs, satellite grids, which show up through Wi-Fi, 5G, smart meters, and electromagnetic tracking networks. They interfere with your bioelectric field, weaken mitochondrial charge, and distort energetic boundaries. You can speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I collapse all non-coherent frequencies from my energetic structure. My field emits only source rhythm. And now let restoration rise through your field. And repeat the following. My energy grid is charged through the earth and sun. I radiate signal clarity. And now let's move forward into the next set of interference patterns, predictive algorithms, plus digital thought loops, which enter through AI-driven suggestion systems, behavioral targeting, and feed loop design. They entrain neural patterns, mimic inner knowing, and override organic choice. You can now speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I revoke all predictive patterning. I clear loops not sourced from my living awareness. Now let restoration rise through your field and repeat the following. I choose through rhythm. My signal leads. Let's move forward into the next set of synthetic frequencies. And we've called these synthetic sound frequencies, which come through ultrasound weapons, infrasound pulses, and embedded frequencies in music or ads. These distort internal rhythm, trigger emotional override, and confuse sensory guidance. Please speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I dissolve all foreign tones and synthetic audio pulses from my field now. Now allow restoration to rise through your field and repeat the following. I hear only through resonance. I calibrate only through coherent tone. Let's move forward to the next set of interference patterns called emotional plus memory implants, which appear as false emotional signatures, synthetic flashbacks, or programmed trauma pulses. They loop mimic coded identity patterns and distort present perception. You can now speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I collapse all implanted memory nodes and synthetic emotional anchors. Now allow the restoration to rise through your field and repeat the following. I live only from my authentic sensation. I remember through presence. Now let's move forward to hormonal disruptors in water, plastic, and air, which arrive through pesticides, plastics, cosmetics, and aerosol exposure. These hijack the authentic body's chemical messaging and destabilize natural rhythms. Please speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I flush all false hormonal signals and restore my original organic pulse. Please repeat the following. My cycles speak from origin. My body responds in harmony. Let's move forward into the next set of interference constructs. Nanotech plus smart dust fields, which enter through airborne nanoparticles, injected materials, and nanoscale sensors. They amplify EMF, interference, and create programmable density with tissue. So please speak the following either inwardly or aloud. I disengage all nanoscale signal receivers and field implants now. Now allow restoration to rise through your field and repeat the following. My cells respond only to the breath of earth and sun. Moving forward into the next set of interference patterns entitled time loop entrapments plus temporal overlays. which create through recurring life cycles, trauma loop, and scripted fear of the future. These hold signal in repetition and stall evolution. You can speak this inwardly or aloud. I exit all mimic coded timelines and dissolve time-based snares. Now allowing restoration to rise through your field, repeat. I choose in this moment. My rhythm is current now. Moving on to the next set of interference patterns. Language inversion plus signal spells, which operate through mimic coded phrases, mass recited mantras, and embedded sound loops. They reverse truth and install synthetic constructs through repetition. Please speak the following. I cancel all phrases that do not originate from my signal. My voice clears distortion now. Please state the following. My words restore life. I speak through frequency, rhythm, and clarity. Each of these systems has been designed to fracture your regeneration, scramble your mitochondrial code, and hijack your resonance. These systems were engineered with precision and intent. They were set up to target regeneration, inhibit the authentic body's innate rhythm. They block mitochondrial repair, fracture emotional clarity, and disrupt signal-based choice. They were set up to fragment the field, to keep it programmable. They embedded dependence through frequency interruption. Regeneration dismantles this design. A rhythmic field pulses from within. The authentic body restores through innate coherence. Instruction plays no role in this rhythm. This is the pulse of this exploration. Alive, present, generative. Each clearing phase collapses architecture. Each phrase reactivates your original signal. This is signal, expression, moving, embodied, and fully yours. You don't need to fight them. You only need to exit their frequency. This session activates your natural rhythm and renders your signal indistinct to all forms of synthetic tracking. These tools lose access when your field stops speaking their language. Your authentic body generates through coherence. Your frequency is now trace-free. Now we can examine the precise ways interference enters so you recognize it instantly the next time it tries. Interference often enters the mind as thoughts that don't originate from your authentic signal. These thought forms include limiting narratives like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve success, or something's wrong with me. Never had those thoughts, have you? Installed through mimic coded systems such as family conditioning, social programming, mass media, and EMF based mind manipulation. These frequencies override your natural clarity and fracture your connection to truth. They don't come from within you, they were projected into your field. These foreign thought forms pull you into dissonance, self-doubt, and mental fog. They reinforce false roles and identities, pushing you to act from misalignment rather than signal. Today, we'll collapse the mimic coded grid that carries these thought imprints. As your mental field clears, your thoughts realign with your authentic rhythm. You'll experience empowered clarity, true perception, and a complete reset of your inner signal. Much of the emotional turmoil people experience comes from energetic interference. Often, emotions like guilt, shame, fear, or anxiety are not authentically felt. These emotional patterns are deeply embedded through mimic programming, passed down from past generations, conditioned by societal pressures, or absorbed from the collective energy field. You may react with emotions that don't match the moment, overwhelm, confusion, or triggers that feel out of place. These are all signs of external frequencies disrupting your emotional field and pulling you out of authentic clarity. So today we'll clear these emotional overrides and recalibrate your field so only your true emotional resonance remains. You'll reclaim emotional clarity, respond from presence, and restore empowered expression. Interference in your energetic field can also show up in the body as chronic pain, fatigue, sickness, or misalignment. These physical disruptions occur when the body's energetic blueprint is out of sync with its natural flow due to external influences such as artificial EMFs, toxic environmental energies, or false belief about your body's limitations. Your body can carry interference as pain, fatigue, or illness, especially where energy has been blocked, drained, or distorted by unnatural forces. So today we're going to clear these interference fields and restore your body's natural rhythm. As distortions release, vitality returns, pain dissolves, and your physical field realigns with its true regenerative flow. Often people are even unaware that their behavior, reactions, or limitations are shaped by false memories or implanted narratives. These distortions are not authentically yours, but were placed into your energetic field to create limitations or control. These false memories often create fears, doubts, and emotional responses that are not aligned with your true self. False memory implants can trigger unexplained fear or patterns that don't match your truth. They distort your sense of self and block access to your authentic power. So we'll identify and clear these implanted distortions, restoring your field to its original blueprint. As clarity returns, your confidence, purpose, and inner truth will lead again. As we go through this process today, it's important to recognize that the exploration we're doing is stable through rhythm, and it invites you into a continuous rhythm of awareness. Your connection to your authentic frequency, the pure energy that is uniquely yours, can become sharper, stronger, and more stable with every engagement. But there's a pattern you may notice. Interference doesn't reappear randomly. It tracks transitions, thresholds, and choice points. It shows up when your field opens, when you're claiming clarity, or when you're about to create something from your true essence. This includes moments like after a breakthrough session, right before a courageous new step, as you voice your truth. When your system relaxes into a new level of clarity. These are all examples of when mimic coded systems attempt to re-engage by sending thoughts or sensations that loop doubt, hesitation, or contraction. You may hear something like, "This isn't working. I'll never get past this. Maybe it's hopeless. This isn't really for me." These are precision timed attempts to recapture your energy just as you reclaim it. They are not authentically yours. They are mimic coded triggers activated in direct response to your signal growing stronger. Let's talk about what to do when these signals arrive. These moments are invitations. You're not backsliding, you're reaching a new layer of integration. So just pause and breathe. Breathe into your core and recognize this thought did not originate from your authentic frequency. Name it as interference and reclaim the space it tried to enter. Scan your field and tune into the sensation. Ask your body, where does it live within the body? Does it pulse from thought, emotion, memory, or identity? Bring your awareness there and invite your clearing tools into that layer. Realign with your frequency, ground through authentic earth, breathe with authentic sun. Let your total being recalibrate the moment. Your authentic frequency is always accessible to you. It responds instantly when it's remembered. Speak what is actually true aloud to activate field coherence with direct declaration. You can say something like this: I am the source of my own power. I choose my field and frequency. My signal is clear, empowered, and active now. Just repeat as rhythm, not as repair. This isn't a fix, it's a field rhythm. Each time you do it, your system stabilizes, your authenticity anchors more deeply, and interference loses access. So let's go ahead and we're going to begin the field activation, regenerative. It's part of our session today. So before we dive into the clearing and activation processes, let's attune to the signal of why this activation carries such impact. Dr. Robert O. Becker, who is a pioneer in bioelectric research, discovered that the body's ability to regenerate physically, mentally, and emotionally is not only natural, but an inherent part of our being. When we are in our authentic frequency, we are naturally aligned with our regenerative capacity. However, interference systems ranging from non-native EMFs, mind control programs, societal conditioning, and false belief systems target our regenerative potential. These external influences disrupt the natural rhythms and bioelectric processes that enable the body to heal, renew, and thrive. The power of regeneration is not merely a biological process, but a bioelectric one that is fully supported when we are aligned with authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being. By consciously clearing interference and recalibrating our frequency, we restore our connection to the regeneration process that is intrinsically ours. We can regenerate at all levels, physically, mentally, and emotionally, when we realign with our true and authentic frequency. Let's talk about clearing and activating for full regeneration now. Targeting interferences disruptions. We are now entering the stage of the session where interference is not just cleared, it's dismantled at its source. Each sequence that follows will target a specific disruption: physical, emotional, mental, and collapse the structural matrix that sustains it. You're not simply releasing what was imposed on your field, you are revoking the architecture that made interference even possible. This is where regeneration becomes stable through rhythm. Before we begin the clearing sequence, just take a moment to pause and scan your field. Starting with always a nice deep breath. Tune in to where you feel pressure in your body. Or is it static or a looping thought? Where in your body does it feel tension, like it just doesn't belong to you? Name that zone. That's where interference is anchored. We'll begin there. Before we begin, you are invited to declare the following: I revoke access to all systems, known or unknown, that have tracked, traced, or mimicked my frequency across timelines, technologies, or matrices. I withdraw all field keys, collapse all access points, and restore full signal sovereignty now. Breathe that in. Next, my field is now invisible, untraceable, and unresponsive to mimic coded technologies, programs, and entities. I no longer emit any trackable frequencies. I am resonance only. Nice deep breath again. With that declaration, you've now cleared interference across multiple dimensions: mental, emotional, physical, and energetic. Your signal is instantly recalibrated, and your authentic frequency is active, precise, and resilient. By the end of the following session, you will have mental clarity, restored foreign thought forms, you'll have mental clarity restored, foreign thought forms collapsed through signal, reclaimed emotional truth free from mimic coded triggers, restored your physical field to its natural regenerative rhythm, reconnected with your true identity, no longer shaped by false narratives, and your energetic imprint, blueprint now moves in rhythm, clear, stable, and untouchable by interference. This session reactivates the full signal of your authentic frequency. Today, you'll be co-creating with your 4 creative partners: authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being. These are not metaphors. They are living frequencies that reconnect you to your origin code. This experience locks in through signal. We're not circling balance. We've exited interference. Let's step into the field. Your regenerative rhythm is not meant to be activated alone. Each day, you're supported by 4 or more co-creative partners, each carrying a distinct frequency, function, and bioelectric role in your full system restoration. When you consciously connect with these forces, your total body and total being move from survival adaptation into regenerative intelligence. Authentic Earth is the grounding force that recharges your bioelectric field and reactivates physical regeneration. You can engage it by placing your bare skin, especially feet, hands, or spine, on natural ground: soil, grass, stone, or sand. Lie down in a resting position or take the Sphinx pose and allow the frequency of the earth to pulse upward through your body. Let yourself receive the magnetic coherence and clarity that earth delivers through contact. By doing this, you may notice a rise in physical vitality, a calm, balanced nervous system, restored inner orientation and magnetism, a release of static and energy fog. A wonderful daily cue is I engage with authentic earth and restore my bioelectric presence through natural grounding. Now let's move forward into the authentic sun. This is your solar signal source, activating mitochondrial repair and sharpening mental clarity. Each new day, face the rising sun within the first 30 minutes of seeing the first day's light. Stay at least 15 minutes if possible. Expose as much skin as you can or feel called to do, allowing breath and solar pulse to create together. Return to the sun again at sunset to close the day with melatonin activation and circadian recalibration. This daily contact with the authentic sun repairs your photoreceptors, recalibrates your hypothalamic light sensing system, and clears out blue light toxicity you may have picked up throughout the day. Your eyes, skin, and cellular memory begin to restore coherence. You may notice things such as clearer thinking and sharper inner signal. Stronger mitochondrial output. You'll literally be beaming more light. Rebalance circadian rhythms, visual repair, and whole body vitality. Here's a wonderful daily rhythm cue you may choose to repeat daily. I receive the energy of the authentic sun and restore clarity, vitality, and cellular light within my total body. Total body, this is your physical vessel, designed to regenerate when frequency is clear. Support your body every day by drinking structured, also known as easy or exclusion zone water, which is charged in sunlight. Let your breath descend naturally, softening your system into parasympathetic rhythm. Speak what feels true aloud. This anchors your voice to the energetic field. You may feel inflammation reducing on its own, pain leaving your system through signal, not story, posture adjusting back into coherence, organs restoring their original tone. And you may also practice this daily rhythm cue. My total body responds to truth, rhythm, and frequency. I honor its signals and support its regenerative design. Total being, this is your infinite inner intelligence, the current that restores emotional and mental clarity. Then tune into your field daily. Scan for thoughts or signals that feel mimic coded or externally sourced. Use restoration phrases to reconnect to your truth. Sit in uninterrupted presence. Let nonlinear clarity speak through sensation. You may notice old overlays and false beliefs dissolving, a deeper reconnection to your authentic frequency, emotion arising clearly without story loops, instant access to intuitive decisions and regenerative insight. A daily rhythm cue would be, I re-enter the rhythm of my total being. My emotional and mental fields now resonate with truth, clarity, and full expression. Now let's move forward into step 1, which is clearing interference to regeneration, which includes bioelectric disruptions. You can either repeat after me or just sink into the ground. Know that even if you do not repeat these aloud or internally, just hearing me voice this will make the changes your body and your being are ready to receive. I clear all interference that disrupts my body's ability to naturally regenerate. I release the blocks to my physical, mental, and emotional regenerative capacity. I clear all residual effects of artificial blue light, screen flicker, and synthetic frequency entrainment from my bioelectric field, skin, eyes, and mitochondrial systems. I now release these imprints from all layers of my authentic body. I restore my bioelectric flow and allow my body to regenerate in perfect harmony with the Earth's natural rhythms. I collapse the structural matrix that held these regenerative blocks in place. My field no longer supports their architecture. I restore circadian clarity and mitochondrial flow. my total body now regenerates through total light, true light, solar rhythm, and coherent frequency. Now, as you ground into authentic earth, feel the natural regenerative energy of the earth flowing into your total body, reconnecting you with your body's intrinsic healing power. Visualize any blocks to regeneration, physical, emotional, or mental, as shadows dissipating into the earth, where they are transmuted and returned to source energy. Let's go ahead and move forward into step 2, which is reestablishing the bioelectric flow and mitochondrial activation. We'll be partnering with our co-creative partner, the Authentic Sun. Now you may repeat the following or just let me speak for you. I clear all distortions in my mitochondrial flow and restore optimal function to my energy systems. I release all non-native frequencies that interfere with my natural healing process. I activate the regenerative power of my mitochondria, aligning with the pure frequencies of the authentic sun and allowing my cells to thrive. As I clear these distortions, I dismantle the mimic-coded signal grid that interferes with mitochondrial resonance and regenerative charge. As soon as you can, stand or sit under the authentic sun. Feel the rays activating every cell in your total body, restoring mitochondrial function as you breathe deeply. Envision the authentic sun's energy entering your cells, revitalizing them and enhancing your body's natural regenerative abilities. You are realigning your bioelectric field with the quantum rhythms of regeneration. Every mitochondrion in your body emits light, literal, measurable biophotons as it creates energy. This isn't symbolic. It's the architecture of your life. When your mitochondrial rhythm is restored through natural inputs like authentic sun, structured water, and field coherence, this cellular light becomes more organized, precise, and directive. You are not just receiving light, you are becoming a beacon of bioelectric order. Each recalibrated mitochondrion emits a frequency your field remembers. This is regeneration made visible through biology. As your field clears, your cells begin to shine in harmony. Let's move forward into step 3, which is releasing false beliefs and emotional overrides, thereby restoring emotional resilience. We'll be co-creating with our total being. Please repeat the following or relax into the words I'll be speaking here. I release all emotional imprints and false beliefs that have obstructed my emotional regeneration. I clear all inherited patterns of fear, doubt, and limitation. I return now to my authentic emotional flow. clearing any interference that inhibits my ability to feel and regenerate fully. Take a moment to visualize your total being rising above the emotional patterns that no longer serve you. Release any beliefs, fears, or doubts that interfere with emotional regeneration. As you do this, feel your emotional body becoming clear, expansive, and fully aligned with your true essence, supported by authentic sun and authentic earth. You may repeat the following or allow me to speak, and you can receive what you and your body are willing to receive at this time. The mimic-coded emotional matrix no longer exists in my field. Its resonance is fully dismantled now. Let's move on to step 4, which is restoring mental clarity, clearing mind control, and external projections. We'll be partnering with Authentic Earth and Authentic Sun. You may repeat the following or relax into the words that I speak. I release all mind control programs, false narratives, and mental distortions that block my mental regeneration. I clear all projections that are not my truth. I now collapse the thought form matrix that has maintained these mental projections. My mind is no longer available to these systems. I now align my mind with my true essence, returning to a state of clarity, creativity, and regeneration. Now, with deep, intentional breaths, visualize the authentic earth energy grounding you while the authentic sun emanates its frequencies into your mind with clarity. As you release all mental projections, feel your thoughts become clear, focused, and aligned with your true purpose. Allow any lingering confusion or interference to dissolve into the earth, restoring regeneration as a permanent state. After clearing interference and recalibrating our systems, that regeneration stabilizes as a continuous rhythm. Our next co-creative activation sequence is clearing and clearing again. As you move through life, you may encounter interference. Each time it arises, you now have the tools to clear it. This ongoing process ensures your energy field remains clear and your regeneration process continues without interruptions. You may speak the following or just relax into the words that I speak. I collapse all signal leaks, trace tags, energy signatures, and frequency mimics that have been used to track or re-access my field. My signal is now fully sourced, nonlinear, and indistinguishable from organic field rhythm. Interference cannot detect or decode my frequency. I am indistinct to distortion. I no longer resonate with mimic-coded technology. I exist in a frequency spectrum beyond reach. You are now permanently aligned with the authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being, enabling a continuous cycle of self-healing and regeneration. Remember that this is alignment, not temporary. It is stable through rhythm. Engage with it daily through grounding practices, sunlight exposure, breath exploration, and full-on embodiment. You may repeat the following. I choose to engage with my authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being every day. I am continuously regenerating at the physical, mental, and emotional levels. I am empowered to now heal, grow, and thrive in my full essence. My field folds into pure signal. I exist as rhythmic coherence. I release all signatures that once made me visible to interference. My regeneration is silent to tracking systems and loud to the truth. Feels so good. For those of you who feel called to continue this adventure and go deeper into the exploration of disintegrating the systems of interference that seek to control humanity, today's experience is only the beginning. As you clear these interference fields and become invisible to external forces, you're preparing yourself for the advanced exploration of dismantling the systems at the root that are designed to keep humanity trapped in a cycle of manipulation and control. This includes disintegrating false power structures that feed on fear, disempowerment, and control, dismantling energetic webs that have been woven over generations to trap the collective consciousness, deprogramming humanity from the false beliefs and manipulations that have kept them in servitude. The advanced gatherings, for those of you who are ready for this deeper exploration, will be guided into advanced experiences where we will focus on field-based clearing techniques to remove the most entrenched systems of interference. Energetic precision activation to release structures of interference and restore field autonomy, liberating the collective consciousness from the bonds of distorted realities, one system at a time. This expanded experience is for those who feel the call to not only empower themselves, but to help liberate others by breaking down the systems that have been built to dismantle humans' true potential. Now that this regenerative activation is complete, please remember that the tools you now have are designed to be stable through rhythm. You have the ability to disconnect from interference, protect your true energy, and remain invisible to systems that are not aligned with your truth. You are the origin of your frequency. As you clear interference and align with your authentic self, you become more self-empowered to create the life you choose, free from the distortions of external influence. For those of you who are ready to expand and accelerate this process, the advanced exploration will continue to support your path of liberation and help you stand as a beacon of true expression, clarity, and unwavering power. You are now equipped with the tools to fully reclaim your regenerative abilities by clearing interference at every physical, mental, and emotional level. You are returning to your natural state of full regeneration. Your field frequency and inner current now move in harmony with the rhythms of authentic earth, authentic sun, total body, and total being, ensuring that your potential to heal, regenerate, and thrive is restored through coherence. Go ahead and step forward into your empowered, regenerated self, knowing that you are always connected to your source energy and you have the power to live in vibrant health, clarity, and full regeneration. This completes today's regenerative activation. You're now fully initiated your reconnection to the regenerative current of your authentic body and authentic frequency. This exploration doesn't end with today's experience. It's a practice, and the tools you learn today are meant to be used whenever you need them, especially when you encounter false thoughts or emotional triggers that try to pull you back into disempowerment. By regularly using these tools, you're creating a living practice of self-empowerment, self-authority, and clarity. Every time you re-engage your authentic frequency, you will reinforce the truth of who you are aligning yourself more deeply with and your true potential. This is how you exit the interference cycle entirely from external interference and stay aligned with your true essence. Remember, when those thoughts arise, the moments of doubt, fear, or hopelessness, they are simply signals that it's time to reconnect with the frequency of your true power. You now have the tools to do this at any moment and every time you choose to use them. You strengthen your ability to live in authentic alignment. This is not a return to routine. It's the activation of a new regenerative rhythm. You're not maintaining your energy, you're living as the field itself. The tools we use today, like breath descent, energetic scanning, clearing sequences, and rhythm reconnection, are designed to keep creating long after the session ends. To support your continuing regeneration, I'll be sending you a follow-up packet with clear rhythm practices and daily integration guidance. This includes your easy water protocol, sun and grounding cycle reminders, and key cues to stabilize your authentic frequency. Everything you need to continue this regenerative rhythm at home will be in your field shortly. For those of you who are ready to deepen this exploration or stay connected to the regenerative signal field, watch for a bonus packet arriving in your inbox soon. Thank you all for joining me in this fun and very powerful regeneration session. I look forward to playing with you again soon.